I've got a very frank question for you, my friend. Why are you this easy to control? Why does one dumb comment on your social media post, one idiot cutting you off in traffic, one dismissive look from your boss or from a woman you're trying to talk to, just that one fragile moment, and your emotions are destabilized, your day is ruined, and your cheerful nature goes to rot in a dark cave of bitterness? I'm asking you, why do you allow strangers who have no stake in your life to live rent-free in your head because of something they carelessly said? How much of your mental energy is currently being held hostage now because of that? When did you agree to that? And what would it finally take to fix that part of yourself that seems to erupt when triggered? This video is your final bus stop. Welcome, because your anger ends here. Here's what's destroying you. You think anger is something that happens to you, like you're a victim of other people's actions, like their words, their behavior, their disrespect has power over your internal state. But that's the lie that's been keeping you trapped. Because here's the truth the Stoics discovered 2,000 years ago, and modern psychology is only now confirming. Nobody can make you angry. You make yourself angry every single time. You see, that person who pissed you off provided a stimulus, but you provided the response. And the response, that rage burning in your chest, that obsessive replaying in your mind that spirals into bitterness, that's all you, which sounds brutal, but it's also the most liberating thing you'll ever hear. Because if you're the one creating the anger, you're also the one who can stop it. In the next 20 minutes, I'm empowering you with 7 techniques that will completely rewire how you process external triggers. These aren't coping mechanisms. These aren't breathing exercises to calm you down after you've already lost control. That's amateur hour advice, and it doesn't work when your blood is already boiling. These are mental frameworks that prevent the chaos of anger from ever finding you at home, even while you're there. Technique number 4 is going to make you uncomfortable because it requires you to admit something you've been denying. Technique 6 will separate the emotionally mature from the perpetual victims. And technique 7? This is the part that 99% of people skip, and they wonder why they keep relapsing into the same chaotic patterns. If you're ready to stop being controlled like a puppet, drop this in the comments. My peace is non-negotiable. Also, like this video, we're building a fortress of men who refuse to be shaken. This is Stoic-level self-mastery. So strap in, let's get to work. This is the first day of your new internal reality, and I'm about to walk you into it. Number 1. Understand the internal narrative. Understand this. You are never, ever angry at what happens. You are angry at the story you tell yourself about what happens. The event itself is neutral. It's just a fact. Someone cuts you off in traffic. That's the fact. Now, watch the internal narrator, that voice in your head, go to work. The weak narrator, the victim narrator, immediately says, "He disrespected me. He thinks I'm a joke. He put me in danger. People always walk all over me." And just like that, you're filled with rage. Now you're a victim. Now you are weak. Let's try a different narrator, the Stoic narrator, the protagonist narrator. The same event happens. The car cuts you off. The new narrator says he's either in a desperate hurry to the hospital or he's a complete idiot who can't drive. Either way, that is his problem, not mine. I have a destination. See the difference? Nothing changed on the outside, but everything changed on the inside. You are not angry because your boss criticized your work. You are angry because your internal narrator just told you, "He thinks I'm stupid. I'm going to get fired. I'm a failure." You are not angry because someone left a thumbs down on your video. You are angry because your narrator told you, "My work is terrible. They hate me. I should just quit." The event is nothing. The story is everything. You are the author of that story. You can write yourself as the victim in every scene, or you can write yourself as the protagonist who simply observes the world, makes a rational judgment, and moves on. If you don't control the narrator, it will write you a tragedy and you'll be forced to live it. Stop telling yourself stories that make you weak. Start telling yourself stories that make you strong. This next one will make you understand what is really going on while you are too busy getting distracted by the chaos of anger. Number 2, understand dark empathy. When someone attacks you, when they insult you, mock you, or try to tear you down, they are not revealing your character, they are revealing their pain. This is dark empathy. It's a strategic, psychological tool. It's the understanding that most people are not acting, they are reacting. They are slaves to their own insecurities, their own traumas, their own egos. The man who insults you to feel strong is, by definition, weak. The person who criticizes your efforts to feel superior is, by definition, a failure. The person who spreads rumors to feel included is, by definition, an outcast. When you understand this, their attacks lose all power. An insult from a place of weakness isn't an insult. It's a cry for help. This isn't about forgiving them. This is about decoding them. You're not a victim of their anger. You're an analyst of their motive. Think about it. Does a lion get angry at a yapping chihuahua? No, it doesn't even register the noise. The chihuahua is yapping because it's small and terrified. Its bark is a confession of its own weakness. When you truly see the broken, insecure, and terrified person behind the attack, you can't get angry. It's psychologically impossible. You can only feel pity, or more likely, you'll just see them as completely and totally irrelevant. That is the dark empathy shield. See their motive, not their words. See their weakness, not their attack. And you will become untouchable. That's 2 down. And this next one explains why you've been stuck in reactive patterns for so long. Number 3. Understand the power pause. Anger is a reflex. It's an animalistic impulse. The insult is thrown and you snap back. The inconvenience happens and you explode. You are reacting, not responding. You are a slave to the moment. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. That space? That's your kingdom. Anger wants to close that space. It wants to make the stimulus and the response one and the same. The trigger is pulled and the gun fires. No thought, no control, just a loud, dumb, destructive noise. Your job is to force that space open. The next time you feel that heat rising in your chest, that's the stimulus. Your animal brain is screaming, attack, defend, yell. Don't listen to it. If you can observe long enough, which isn't long at all, the animal impulse fades, and the man, the thinking, rational, strategic version of you, comes online. In that 1 second, you get to choose. You can choose to be a slave to the situation, or you can choose to be its master. This isn't weakness. This isn't passivity. It is the highest form of self-discipline. It's the moment you take your hand off the trigger and put it on the steering wheel. Practice this in small things so you can master it in the big ones. Someone sends you a rude email. Don't reply. Pause. Someone cuts in line. Don't say anything. Pause. Feel the anger rise. Watch it and let it die. In that pause, you find your power. We're almost halfway through, and this is where the process gets more crucial. If you are getting precise value from this strategy, like this video with intention, it helps me know what kind of content to put out next. And if you're watching from the US, drop a comment. I want to know exactly where this wisdom is landing tonight. Number 4, fire your inner critic, hire your inner strategist. Okay, Let's talk about that voice in your head. Right now, that voice is a terrible employee, it's a judge, it's a critic, it's an emotional wreck. I can't believe he said that. This is a disaster. I look like an idiot. This always happens to me. This voice is your inner critic. It's always yelling things to force you to react, and its only job is to make you feel weak and victimized. You need to walk into your own head, look that critic in the eye and say, "You're fired." Effective immediately, you are hiring a new voice. This is your inner strategist. Your inner strategist has one job and one job only: to protect your peace and advance your long-term goals. The strategist is cold, he is rational, he is unemotional. Here's how it works. The critic hears an insult and screams, "He disrespected me, I have to fight him." But the strategist hears the same insult and asks, what is his motive? He's insecure. He's trying to get a reaction. What is my desired outcome here? Is fighting this idiot part of my plan today? No. Does responding serve my long-term goal? No. Then I will give him nothing. The critic faces a setback and yells, "This is unfair. It's all ruined." The strategist faces the same setback and asks, what is the new variable? What are my options? What is the most efficient path forward from this point? What can I learn from this? You stop being a victim of your own thoughts and become the architect of your own life. Fire the part of you that only knows how to feel. Promote the part of you that only knows how to think. If you remember only one thing from this entire video, make it this next one. This is the one you cannot afford to forget. Number 5. Understand the hot coal principle. Anger is a hot coal. Imagine someone who hates you scoops up a burning red-hot piece of charcoal from a fire. They throw it at you. It lands at your feet. The stimulus is over. The event has passed. Now you have a choice. You can look at the coal, shrug, and walk away. Or you can do what most people do. You can bend down, pick up that burning coal, and grip it tightly in your fist. You stand there screaming, "Look what you made me do! Look how much this hurts! I can't believe you threw this at me!" You're in agony. Your hand is melting to the bone and you think, "I'm going to hold on to this, and one day I'm going to find that guy, and I'm going to throw it right back at him." But the person who threw it, they're gone, they're at lunch, they've forgotten you even exist. You are the only one getting burned. That is what holding a grudge is. That is what replaying an argument in your head is. That is what letting someone's stupid comment ruin your day is. You are choosing to pick up the coal and burn yourself long after the offense is over. Letting go is not forgiveness. It's not for them. It is the most selfish, practical, self-preserving act you can possibly take. It's looking at the coal on the ground and saying, "Nope, not mine. I'm not burning myself for your stupidity." Drop the coal. That's 5 down. We're heading into the deep water now. Stay with me. Number 6. Understand the pressure test reframe. Most people see life as something that happens to them. They see obstacles, insults, and frustrations as problems, as roadblocks to their peace. This is a weak victim mentality framework. The Stoic framework is the opposite. Life is not a performance. Life is a gym. And every single person who annoys you, every bad boss, every rude stranger, every friend who betrays you, they are not problems. They are reps. You do not get stronger by sitting on the couch. You get stronger by lifting heavy weights. You do not build character by having an easy life. You build character by facing resistance. When someone tests your patience, they are not annoying you. They are training you. They are your sparring partner for the virtue of patience. Instead of thinking, "I can't believe this idiot," you should think, "Good. A test. I was getting weak. Time for a set." When a situation is unfair, that is not a problem. It is a test. It's a test of your integrity, a test of your character, a test of your ability to stay calm and strategic under pressure, and your only thought should be, let's see if I pass. You start to welcome the pressure. You welcome the challenge. You welcome the haters, because you know that pressure is what turns carbon into a diamond. It's what separates the men from the boys. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is this trying to teach me? You stop seeing obstacles. You only see opportunities to get stronger. And a man who is constantly getting stronger cannot be bothered by the weights. He's too busy growing. Number 7. Understand the zero focus anchor. This last one is the secret. It's the secret to untouchable God-level peace. And it's the simplest and hardest one of all. You see, anger, frustration, and anxiety live in two places, and two places only: the graveyard of the past and the fantasy land of the future. You are angry about what happened. You are anxious about what might happen. But guess what? Neither of those places exists. The past is a memory. It's data. You can learn from it, but you cannot live in it. The future is an illusion. It's a projection. You can plan for it, but you cannot control it. The only thing that is real, the only place you have any power, is right here, right now. This single, present second. This is the zero focus anchor. You bring 100% of your attention to the one thing you control. This single second. Ask yourself, in this exact moment, right now, not 5 minutes ago, not 5 minutes from now, am I okay? The answer is almost always yes. When someone insults you, where does the anger come from? You time travel to the past to find all the other times you've been insulted. You time travel to the future to imagine all the consequences of this insult. You are everywhere except the present. What if you just stayed? What if you just observed the present moment? You observed the sound of their voice. You observed the feeling of your own pulse. You observed the air in the room. You observed the thought, I am being insulted, rise in your mind, and you just watch it like a cloud. You become an unshakable observer of reality, and an observer cannot be angered. He can only be strategic. When you are anchored 100% in the now, the past can't haunt you and the future can't scare you. You are free. This was never about being an emotionless robot. It's about being an unbreakable man. It's about mastering your internal narrative. It's about using the dark empathy shield. It's about finding strength in the power pause. It's about hiring your inner strategist. It's about refusing to hold the hot coal. It's about seeing every problem as a pressure test. And it's about anchoring yourself in the zero focus of the present moment. The world will always try to control you. It will use insults, fear, chaos, and your own ego to make you react. Let them try. When you are the master of your internal world, you are the master. Period. You are no longer a leaf blown around by the winds of other people's opinions and actions. You are the mountain. The storm can rage, the wind can howl, but you remain calm, solid, unmoved. If you are ready to become the master of yourself, smash that subscribe button and join the men who are building their own inner peace. And as your first act of self-mastery, leave a comment with the one rule, just one, that you are going to apply today. Now go and be unbreakable.